Hello everybody, welcome back to the video. It's your boy Ghost Bunny X, and I'm here to talk about the KingPyn Boxing tournament. And they just did the drawing today, and I thought this entire tournament was going to just be based on names. There weren't going to be any great matchups, but we already got incredible matchups in our first drawing for the tournament, for the quarterfinals. Now the first person to be picked, or to be drawn to find their opponent, was Barbie36, and she will be fighting Whitney Johns in the tournament. That was the first matchup to be announced. We also had a couple of different matchups as well announced after that. Next was Elle Brooke and Miss Danlika, I think that's what her name was. Yeah, and then we also have Daniela Hemsley versus Julie Puka. And next we have Emily Brooke, who's Elle Brooke's sister, versus Amber O'Donnell. So this does look like to be a pretty high stakes matchup, as they are saying, and I am super excited for it. I think the raw power and energy was really coming from the men's tournament draws, but overall the women's tournament draws were actually pretty great, and I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. I still think Barbie is the dark horse in this tournament. They said it themselves during the drawings, and I think you guys got to look out for her. Now let's talk about the men's tournament. So we did get our confirmation that Jay will not be a part of the tournament because he and his coach made the correct decision that he was not ready for a tournament like this, and he needs to focus more. He's got a lot of stuff to work on. Overall, great boxer, but a lot of stuff to work on, so I think they made the right choice there. But I will play you guys the message that Jay left for everybody.
Let's get to why I couldn't be there and why I can't take part in this tournament anymore. Obviously, the stakes are high. It's a very competitive tournament, and the fighters who are involved are all absolutely great fighters. There's not one person on any of these cards that's not going to deliver. Leading up to the fight with Nick, I had some issues, physical issues with my body. Now, going into the fight with Nick, I was struggling quite a lot the weeks prior to this fight, which definitely affected my confidence on the night. And now, obviously, I'm in a position where I'm able to make a decision on whether I think it's sensible or not to be part of this tournament at such high level. And what me and my coach have taken away from the last fight is I just physically can't do it right now. It's not worth it. I don't want to tarnish my name like that. And when I perform and fight, I want to be able to do it to the best that I can possibly do it at.
Alright, so we also had confirmed that Austin Mcbroom will be fighting in the tournament. We only have one mystery fighter left after that. Besides that, everyone has been announced. So the first person to choose their opponent was my mate Nate, and he chose King Kenny from the mystery bowl of names, and I think that's going to be a great fight. I haven't seen my mate Nate ever box, but I'm sure it's going to be a great fight. They look around the same height, so super excited for this. Now the next fight was the big one that everyone was talking about, and I'm sure everyone will be talking about until the tournament happens. Anesongib's name was drawn, and the name he drew after that sent everybody in a storm of holy shit, this is actually happening. And I'll just let you guys watch the video and then I'll talk about it.
With every shot, bro.
I wish you the best of luck.
You were suffering. That everyone was screaming for you. What's happening to him?
Hey, the thing is, I could have postponed the fight.
You still lost.
To be able to stand up and fight you.
Ha, stand up and fight me. You're out on the ground.
Again, you will not get lucky again.
Nino. Idiot.
Bring that same energy, baby. Bring that same energy.
The mask. Get ready. Wear that.
So that's right, we are looking at a Anesongib versus Austin Mcbroom rematch in the quarterfinals. The first fight that these two have in this tournament are against the last fight they had. There's no words to describe how incredibly explosive this fight's going to be. Everyone wants to see a trilogy. Honestly, if Austin Mcbroom is able to pull off the win here, there might be a trilogy, possibly on Misfits, but we'll just have to see for that. But all I know is that this is the most anticipated fight for the quarterfinals, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be tuning in, and I suggest that you guys as well. Now, moving on to our next opponents, we also have Tom Zanetti versus Jarvis. Jarvis actually explicitly said before he picked his name of who he was going to fight, that he wanted to fight Tom Zanetti. And then what do you know? We got the Jarvis versus Zanetti fight, and I think that Jarvis may be in over his head, but we'll just have to see, because Tom Zanetti, he's got a chin on him. He was pretty decently well against Slim, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But this tournament is turning out to be absolutely insane. And the last but not least, Whindersson Nunes chose the mystery opponent, so we will not know who the mystery opponent is until later on, but that is all we know as of right now. Kingpyn is looking to be stacked in their tournament, and I absolutely cannot wait. You know what you guys think down in the comments below, because it's about to get crazy.